Hey YouTube, stay tuned to see how I achieve this simple smoky eye good for fall and winter and really any time of the year. I'm going to start out with already doing my eyebrows off camera and applying a little bit of concealer. And now I'm going in with a transition shade out of the Juvia Place palette. And I'm going to make sure I pack on that color really well so it pops on my skin tone. Being that I am a darker skin tone, I feel like I need to go a little bit heavier on the transition color so it shows up for me. And I am using the Perception palette by Makeup Shayla, the mirror. I love that mirror, it's very useful. So I'm going in with a E8 brush and I'm going to apply a little bit of black gel liner. That's kind of what I use for my base when I do a smoky eye. It makes it a lot easier, and sometimes I do go over it with a black eyeshadow, but today I am not. I'm going to keep it very simple because this was a very quick look that I wanted to achieve. And I take the same brush that I did my transition color and just blend it out so we have no harsh lines, and I do that for both sides. I love Murad, and I am applying their mattifying primer all over my skin. I do have a little bit of dry to combination skin, but I also like my makeup to be matte, okay? Matte all the way. And I'm going in with the LA Girl color corrector, just in the spots that I really like to blend out a little bit more. And the foundation I'm using is the Fenty Beauty Soft Matte Foundation in 480. And I'm using the ColourPop Dark 48 concealer. Honestly, I do use different tools to blend out my concealer. You can use anything from a small blending brush right here to a sponge to a flat brush, depending on what type of look you were going for. Again, I was in a hurry and I tend to be able to do it a lot quicker with a small blending brush. This is sped up, so I'm not actually going this fast, but I tend to go a lot faster when I use this brush versus using a damp beauty blender or a flathead foundation brush per se. So just making sure I blend it out properly. This is a little bit bright for my skin tone, but I do love it because I feel like it gives me a pop. It's a very bold highlight, and that's kind of why I like to use it. And I take the residue and add it below my cheeks to kind of make it pop a little bit. And I like Kovoika Cosmetics, and I'm using their Onyx in a contour shade. And I do love the way this looks on me because, again, I am very melanated. So I have, really chocolate skin, and it shows up very well on my skin tone. And I always set with a powder. So any cream product I use on my face, I set with a powder, and I use Sleek for my contour in dark. And I have been so faithful to Sleek for so long. I'm just not ready to try anything else. So I normally go over my cream contour with a powder, and I always use Sleek. And then I usually use a bronzer, and my go-to bronzer is the CoverGirl Ebony Bronze. We all know the Queen Collection because it's definitely helped us melanated girls for sure. So once I'm happy with this, I do go ahead and add a bronzer just to be a little bit extra, not all the way extra. So I wanted you guys to get a good look as I go ahead and chisel out the rest of my face. I do like to go around my chin. Make sure I get all along my chin to chisel it out all the way. And then I buff it into the contour that I already have on my skin. And I kind of go in a little bit more. So I bring it a little bit closer to my highlight, along my cheeks, along my forehead. Give it a better transition. And after this step, I do add my powder, my setting powder, all over my entire face. And I do use Black Opal. I love Black Opal. I feel like it's a really good brand. And I love the fact that they have shades that match my skin tone. So that's normally my go-to powder that I keep on hand. And I do like to buff it all over my entire face just to make sure there aren't any really spaces that are missing any product. And you see how it just kind of tones everything down for me. So that's kind of why I like to do that. And then I go over it with, and I go ahead and contour my nose. And you make sure you go into your eyes. That definitely helps to avoid any harsh transitions. So you make sure you blend it into your eyelid, and that gives you a better structure to the nose. And at this point, I do like to add my setting spray. And again, we like to be a little bit extra, not too extra. So I started out with Makeup Shayla's highlighter, and I usually top it off with Becca Cosmetics highlighter. And I believe this is in Champagne. Everything is going to be listed in the description bar below, so you can check the description bar. And then I fill in my blush. So I wouldn't say I'm a big blush person, but I do like to use my NYX blush. And after that, I do set my face again. And obviously you can tell I'm feeling this quick smoky eye look. And I'm using a lip liner here, and I tend to have to use a dark brown lip liner because I can't use most of the typical lip liners that are suitable for brown girls. I have to go just a little bit darker, and then I'm going to apply a nude lipstick, a new matte lipstick from ColourPop, and I believe this is 951. I know this was a collaboration. I'm not sure with who, but it will be in the description bar below. And I am going to top it off with a Fenty gloss. You have to excuse me because I'm always dancing. Like, that is me all day, every day. At work, at the gym, I'm always dancing. It just makes me happy. So this is the finished look. I am going to add my wig. That was So this is a straight middle part wig from PH Hair Extensions. And again, everything will be listed in the description bar below. And thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to see any particular looks, if you'd like me to do a particular type of video for you, please make sure to comment below and I will be sure to get that out to you. And thank you for watching my first of many YouTube videos. So enjoy, and I will talk to you love bugs later.
Now we don't get you my dad. Now we don't go to Bota. Family this man, we don't get Quanta. That's what you're so you do. But make a look forget the Paduna.